Oh hey, welcome to my 30-day sketchbook challenge. We're going to see if we can improve my sketchbook and YouTube skills in 30 days. So we're back after week 1, which was a challenge. We're going to switch it up. This week I'm coining Space Week. We're going to do galaxies and planets and maybe even an environment. I might leave that for next week. Right now I'm working in a different sketchbook. This is a Fluid 100 cold pressed finish watercolor block, essentially. It's bound on 2 sides, so you have to cut it out. I love this. It keeps it from buckling. It's awesome. This little guy is 6 by 8 inches. I didn't want to draw like a 9 by 12 galaxy, and I just thought it would be nicer to do this on a proper watercolor block because of how much water I was going to need. I think even my newfound favorite mixed media sketchbook might struggle with that. So we're working in this watercolor block. It's proper real ass watercolor paper, and we're just gonna, I cut it in half as well because even 6 by 8 was too big because I just wanted to do little studies. So we're gonna cut these little studies out and paste it into my other sketchbook because I want to keep working in that bigger 9 by 12. It's a little bit of a cheat, but it works. I'm fine with it. I used this watercolor block when I did my Draw With Me World Building Edition video where I drew Jeddah. You can see me in that video cutting it out so you can see how it works. But we're going to do one more. You can see I've blocked off one for tomorrow's video. And so you'll see me, cutting and pasting a little bit of crafts at the end of that video. Anyways, I am working on a galaxy right now. It's a nebula, and I used a nebula called the Lagoon Nebula as reference. I found this really cool article on Britannica, I think it's an encyclopedia, that talks about all the different types of nebula and different types of galaxies. I obviously used this for world building purposes. Stellar Elite does have its nebula and galaxy sorted out. Stellar Elite takes place in what is called a planetary nebula, which is called Eridana, and the galaxy that we live in Stellar Elite is called a pinwheel galaxy, which we have called the Silver Wheel galaxy. Yes, all of that has been sorted. I won't get into more of that. We'll talk about that later. This was not meant to be a world building episode. I just can't help myself. Anyways, back to this little guy, the Lagoon Nebula. I didn't reference it exactly. I just wanted it for the colors. And you can see I kind of went off and started, adding my iridescent paint, of course. I thought it might help. One of the things that I come across frequently when using a lot of water is that water outline that happens when it dries, and it drives me nuts. I'm probably going to look up some tutorials or tips on how to avoid that. Once you go to let it dry, it kind of, you can't get rid of that. It's really hard to go back in and blend those out. So what I did is went to my trusty FineTec iridescent paints and painted over top and it really does help give it a cloudy look, which I'm enjoying quite a bit. It's a bit splotchy looking, but live and learn. We're going to try another one and see how that goes. And now I'm just painting in little starries. This is the fun part, when you use the toothbrush and splatter it to death. It's a blast. It's messy, it's fun, and you feel like a kid again. Love that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a quick one today. 2 quick disclosures. If you found me through this challenge, I also do digital art, and as well I'm building a print shop business, so you will see that kind of content as well on this channel. I'll be returning to uploading once a week every Friday once this challenge is over. So we'll just jump into a quick little time lapse and then we'll show the final and be done for the day. So if you're liking watching me bumble through watercolor, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to follow along and tune in, maybe consider subscribing. And if you want to draw along, please do, and let me know in the comments. Also, if you have any art supply tips or anything like that, I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Bye!